Hey folks, it's Mad Rabbit back in Medieval Minecraft Creations, and as we see here, we actually got our water and our boat in the water, and everything basically where I want it to be. I may still do some work on the rudder. I am going to actually not do much on the air, if anything, today. I'm just going to go and quickly go over what I've done, and there's one other thing I wanted to do here, which was this. There, it sort of blocks it a little bit more. And there you go. Alright, so now out here you don't see a whole lot new done. I did measure these masts out. They were a little bit off, so if you did make a comment about that, which I'm not sure if you did or not, I did measure them properly. There's a certain amount on each side. Don't remember what. Maybe these little pier thingies. I don't know what the hell they are. Those little, I forget what they call them. Something or other. Extended that thing up where I wanted it to be. Maybe if you remember last episode. I am going to be doing the sails off air. Probably not this episode. Between now and next episode, I'm going to finish it basically by next episode. Most of the stuff now is inside. And as you see here, I finished this, opened it up, rimmed it with some of this stuff, the slabs. And as with my previous boat projects and dock projects, I usually use these sorts of blocks for like cargo sitting on the side. So it looks a little more cargo-y like. Let me go. Okay, we made a little entrance down here, and I did kind of divide the rooms up into this area, which was going to be the captain's quarters. They're going to have like a kitchen here. I don't know, maybe like a secondary officer's quarters, like the first mate and all that. One will be like the officer quarter itself. One will be like the dining room for the officers here. Right below, we do have another cargo area, but everything else is pretty much below the stuff that I did. Then a little plank here, and obviously, I mean that's not necessary, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not going to have this particular boat hooked up to the shore or a dock right now. At least I don't think I'm going to. But you could make some sort of a ladder system in there. Here we are down in here, and using these things actually looks pretty good on the on walls, the note blocks. But you really are a little bit limited because you can't put stuff against them. But if you can place them on a block, it's not too bad for trimming, I guess is what I'm really saying. So I did that here for trim, and it came out pretty good. I'm going to use it some more in the back area. This is just more cargo stuff. A lot of it, again, you can't place stuff against these things because you'll end up trying to use them. You just have to strategically lay things down, and you can give like the appearance that you have a lot of cargo when you really don't, maybe, or something. But that's sort of basically the method I was using in the old boat series I was building. I pretty much do that all throughout here. I'll go down there in a minute. Nothing. This is going to be the crew area, mainly just barracks type places. I'll most likely have a common area where there'll be some tables in here, and so the next episode you will see the finished product. Most of the stuff I found as I was just starting to do some of the stuff upstairs really wasn't necessary to place on the air, showing me do it. This really, I mean, it would have just taken up time, but it really wasn't necessary to show it. So yeah, that's right below the officers' quarters there. And as you know, I made mention in my most recent World of Warcraft video, which is up there right now, about voting for the next series and all that stuff in there, that I did get Sony Vegas, and I've been recording things in higher definition, at least for that game. I may, once I get a certain method down, I'm going to have to reduce the size of what let me explain. The last video I made for World of Warcraft, which you'll see on my uploads page about the voting for the next series, which class and all that, I said something like, you can actually go and make this a 1080p or 720, so that you can actually watch it in HD on YouTube. And honestly, it looked absolutely phenomenal at 1080p. I mean, it was just gorgeous. And even at 720, it was not almost flawless. I'd have to say, if you were to make it a full size. So what I want to say is, if it works well with World of Warcraft and I can get the right method down, I am going to start making videos also for Minecraft here in 720p, probably not 1080. 1080 I'm only going to reserve for very special episodes, probably not Minecraft related, probably not even World of Warcraft related, but only on rare occasions will I do that. Most likely, I'm not sure I really need to do it for Minecraft, because honestly, even though the WMV files, Windows Media, whatever the heck it stands for, they were a little fuzzy. That's sort of the reason why, I mean, for a game like Warcraft where you had text in it, you sort of needed to be able to read some of the text, which is why I was going for this higher definition stuff. But for Minecraft, you really don't need the high definition stuff. But you can see, and I've noticed, I'm not blind, when you're looking at my videos of Minecraft, you can see a bit of fuzziness and haziness to the pictures here. So I do maybe want to experiment a little bit with some higher definition stuff. The only problem with these sorts of things is when you do this, it takes a very long time to render. That video I put up that was at 1080p was literally an hour to render. Actually, it was like 20 minutes to render the AV file back into another AV file, clipping two clips together, and then it was about another. It was 20 minutes there, so it was a full hour to render into the MP4 file. And I was using actually something other than Sony Vegas. It looks great, but I don't really know how many people actually watch these videos on YouTube at full screen, and I don't know how many actually go for the high definition options on these things. So I'm not quite sure it's worth the time for me to do that stuff, and that's sort of why I'm asking and telling you this now in Minecraft, because I sort of want to know, like, your viewing habits. Do you tend to watch things in high definition, or do you look for that option if they're available, or do you just like, well, once in a blue moon maybe I'll happen to look at that option, but usually you just watch it at whatever happens to be the default, which is typically through whatever it is, 360. You'll see at the bottom right of your video viewers here on YouTube, but I usually keep mine just at 360 anyway, and I don't go full screen unless I feel like reading something on a specific video. Like sometimes in Warcraft they're doing a specific character build. You have to read the numbers on the talents or whatever, and I would maybe increase the size and look to see if they have an HD option. So I'm just wondering is what people's I mean, what do they do? What do you my viewers typically do when you're viewing YouTube videos? Not even just mine, any video. Do you go for the biggest option, or do you just not care? Because I just it would be quicker for me just to stick with the old way, but it would. I don't mind on occasion, or maybe if I can get a good method going where it's not too long, I wouldn't mind doing a little bit more high definition just to get rid of some of that fuzziness and that kind of thing. So I just wondering what people really do as far as their viewing habits go. I mean, I can't really tell from anything, so I don't know. But that option is there. I may work on, experiment on that a little bit more here and there. But like I said, most likely I'm not going to be doing 1080p anymore. It's just that that option it took a long time to render a 4-minute video. And I technically it was actually a little bit under 4 minutes. And it really... It looked almost just as good as 720, and I haven't learned the method for 720, but I don't think it's going to be too difficult. So I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe you guys can see everything right with the other option, the 480. I don't know. I don't usually use that one. I mean, usually by default I'm 360, but I think it's 360. But anyway, I'm going to end this video. I'm rambling. I guess I'm just asking what people's opinion on that is. I don't know if that's going to sway me one way or the other. I'm going to experiment, learn how to do it, and then I'll see what works for me most likely. But if you give me your honest opinion, like you just don't care, or if, oh yeah, I really do like videos that are this or that, See, I'm not doing this professionally yet. I mean, maybe someday I get enough viewers and enough interest going here if I become a partner and this becomes a job. If it did, I would consider going to probably doing the high resolution stuff again, and maybe for everything. And I would, particularly if I had a second computer, which I don't right now. This computer is an XP computer. It's got limitations, is obviously, you can probably tell. And that's just the way it is with me right now. But if this became a job or became bigger than it is right now, I can consider that change over in the future. It's just nice to have knowledge of how to do it. So I'm going to be experimenting with these things. Next episode of this will basically just be a tour of the living quarters and the captain's quarters, and we're going to call this project done. I'm thinking of going back. I just don't know what the next project is. I mean, there's a million things I could be doing. I don't want to get stuck out here right now. I will come back at a later point in time, make more boats, and make a small coastal dock area somewhere in this area. So there will be more boats and docks and stuff like in the future, but not right now. I did this mainly because I knew there was an interest, and I had an interest in doing something big, particularly in the boat, a big boat. I wanted to do another boat, and I wanted to make it the biggest I ever made. So in the future, we'll be making more. So don't worry about that. Yes, and that particular post right there is going to have to get moved back, probably at least 2 or 3. I want the spacing to be almost like this. It could be a little bit more forward, but that's going to be fixed. So I'm going to end this, folks. Sadly, this one won't have an HD option. It'll just be whatever my normal thing is. I guess 360 or 400 something. But alright, well, this is Mad Rabbit signing off. Catch you next time, folks, and I'll let you know next time exactly what project is next, whatever that ends up being. Okay, adios.